Yeah, I forgot my fucking phone today, didn't I? I was looking forward to today as well, recording what we done. What did we do? We got all the block work done on that last 2 plots. You fucking nodded out. And I started some of the brickwork on the first 2 plots of them 4. Stop fucking nodding at me. You're fucking putting me off. Go on, fuck off. Get out of the room. Shoo. Get out. Come on, get out.
Charlie!
Come on, fuck off.
Don't put down a video when talking to me like that. Don't even think about it.
I won't. So what I was gonna have a little chat about
About brickwork. Just going to tell you about how much brickwork made.
fucking get out of the room. I'm recording, piss off.
No.
Right, so I was gonna say fucking bitch.
Like and subscribe.
No, fuck off. Get out. Close. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I was just got a funny feeling she's listening to me outside now. Taking a piss out of me, she does. I've got a lot of messages from young lads and probably still lads who've done their time and thinking of going on price, asking me about some advice about it. So I thought I'd just waffle on for a bit about my experiences as an apprentice and when I started off going on price. First things first, how I got into my job was just by coincidence. Kieran, who you've met in some of my previous videos, just asked me to go down to college, and he just said, why don't you come down and do bricklaying? It's quite fun. So yeah, that's basically how I started. I found out my uncle was a bricklayer. Didn't know. But when I obviously wanted to find a job in bricklaying, my granddad told me he was a bricklayer, so I asked him. He got me into it with his boss. I think I started on £25 a day. I was doing 3 days at college, 2 days at work. I was getting, after tax, I was getting £40 a week, and I think I was even getting EMA money, £30 a week. So I went from school to getting £80 a week and thought I was the bollocks, buying a new pair of trainers every week. It don't go fucking very far though, does it? And then what? Done my first year with him. I'd say he stuck me on the line in the middle. I was quite lucky really. I never went on the hod ever. Never got put on the hod. He had me running in line after line every day. I remember about a year in, I went to a job in Ipswich. It's like a boat-shaped building up in Ipswich, next to the river. And we was doing the footings for there. It was like 8 courses of, I think, London brick. I can't remember what they're called. The one with the really deep frogs. And we had some of the better brickies building the corners while they had most of us running into a line. I was probably weren't far off getting 1,000 down a day within the first year, which isn't much of an achievement really. When you know, there's a lot of the young kids these days. Even me, when I was young. I thought, I'm laying 1,000 bricks a day and I'm getting £25 a day, £35 a day. But you don't realise how easy your job is being made for you. You got so much to learn. Running to a line fast is something that you can pick up pretty quick if you're that type of person. I'd say it was about 3 years in, I'd done my MVQ level 3. And he put my money from 55 to 80, which I wasn't very happy with that, because I felt, 3 years I've been running in, smashing in work. I was putting up profiles for him by then, and I was doing quite well, I thought. But the only thing I got from that was, you don't drive, boy. You don't drive, boy. You get picked up, you get dropped off. What more do you fucking want? Something like that, anyway. But as soon as he says you don't drive, that pushed me to drive. I passed my test. He put my money up to about £100 a day. I think I was about 20, 21. Some of my mates had been on £100 a day from the age of 18, doing groundworks or scaffolding or anything like that. I remember one of my accountant friends started on £65 a day when I was on 25, and it really, pissed me off. But tables have turned quite a bit now through going on price. But on that note of being on price, it's not as easy as you think being on price. There's a lot of good, neat, fast bricklayers out there that just stay on day work, and I don't blame them, to be honest, because it's not about, I've said before, it's not about being fast as a bricklayer. It's finding a site that you can make money on, and they're very few and far between. So, for instance, my first 2 or 3 years of being on price, even though I'm pretty quick, and in my eyes, I feel quite well organised. When you first go on price, you feel the need to really want to go fast, and, well, I did anyway. And you end up causing yourself more problems than you don't. I remember one of my worst jobs was, I think I've been about 3 years into being on price, and I took a job on. And now I remember a gang turned up, and within 2 days, the bloke said, "Fuck this, I'm off." And he said, "This ain't no site for making money." And me being me, thought better of it. No, I can make money. Well, did I fuck? I think I was earning about, averaged about 100, 120 a day. Something stupid like that. And just to top that job off, there was three types of houses. They were the same shape but different types. So you had, say for instance, it was A, B, and C. They were the same shape of house, but they were different types. You had windows all in the wrong place. Now I asked the site agent for the drawing for the plot. Took the drawing, built the whole house as is, and turns out it was the wrong type of house. Every window was in the wrong place, and me being me, I'll sort it out. I think I got near enough. I got a business loan out to keep paying everyone. It was about 12, 13 grand or something like that, to try and pay everyone while we sorted it. And in the end, we sorted it, and they just said fuck off after it was done, basically. So that was a big experience. Do you have to sit there? Oh, so off-putting. Right, where was I?
I'm not listening, I'm just on my phone.
You are fucking listening. You're just fucking sitting there staring at me, smiling. Fucking, it's so off-putting. Come on, get out of here. Shoot. Number one supporter. Go on, that number one supporter. Out you get. Come on, if you get out, I'll tell you when it's uploading, and you can be first to like it. Go on, show. Please. Please. Oh, fuck off. Thanks, babe. Off-putting or what? So, yeah, I got the job sorted in the end, and then, yeah, they basically told me to fuck off. So I did. Fuck off. So, in the end, I was quite downhearted from the whole thing. And I basically went off with a friend of mine who helped me out with some money to help me out, and I paid him off as working with him. Went on price with him, but that didn't really work for me because he was more interested in having a drink and that. He wasn't really putting in as much effort as I was, but I felt a bit tied to him because he helped me out of a bad place when it come to money anyway. So then I moved on and I went for a 1-on-1 on footings. That was probably one of the best things I ever done. So on that note as well, I'd say if you're thinking about starting on price as a bricklayer, get yourself just a young lad who's keen. Won't cost you too much, you know, £70 a day, £80 a day. And start on footings because there's so little that can go wrong. And if you've been doing it long enough and you're thinking about going on to price, then that would be the way to go. You know, a lot of people think, oh, if I have 10 blokes, then I'll make loads of money. Well, it doesn't work like that. Not from my experiences anyway. Most I've had is 8. It's very stressful because you can't keep an eye on them all the time. And the more experienced men you get, the more money it costs. The more you can lose. Waiting an hour for a forklift driver. Me being me, I don't dock people an hour for waiting because it's not their fault. In my eyes, it's my fault for not being on top of things, and if I let it carry on like that, then it's my own fault for not getting it sorted. But if you want to start on a price, then go for a 1-on-1 on footings. Funnily enough, that's how I went about it, and after a year of being on footings, maybe 2, I can't actually remember, I was approached by the contractor on that job for the supers and he asked me to do a few footings for him at another job because that one was coming to an end for that phase anyway. So we ended up, I think it was about 3 of us or 4 of us in the end. They're all very inexperienced in supers. Now, their money had gone up quite a lot from when they first started to when we finished there. We went to another job and it was supers, and I left them for a day and literally everything was wrong. So I had to have a chat with them and talk about money going down. One of them left, which is fair enough. He went on to footings on price on his own, only after being there for 2 years with me, which, you know, fair play to the bloke. But he didn't realise, I don't think he realised how much goes into being on price. But, you know, fair play to the bloke. As it comes to the right size gang for supers and stuff like that, a 3-in-1, 3-in-2, I think is a good number. If you're using profiles and running in, 3's a good number to have on a wall. 2's not quite enough because you get them long flanks. You don't. It's just so many boards out. It's just not. It's not as efficient as 3. Even, you know, maybe even a 4-and-2 tops. You know, because things get done quick, muck gets used quick, so it's not got as much chance to go off because timing is everything with bricklaying as well. if you're a 1-and-1 and you're not steaming into that muck, by the time it gets back to a quarter of a tub, he's knocking it up. If he's knocking up muck, if he's knocking it up again, he's getting knackered. You know, if you're getting stiff muck on your boards, it can get quite stressful like that as well. That's why I actually had a 2-and-1, a 1-and-2 at one point. One loading out in front, one looking after me with muck. Then the other one would drop back and point up for me, so I was just steaming through the muck. The biggest worry for a price worker is the efficiency of your forklift driver and your site manager. And if you've got a foreman, your foreman as well. If either one of them are shit, then you're fucked. That's why I can understand why a lot of people go on day work. Because you turn up, you do your hours, you get paid, and that is it, you switch off. With price, you do not switch off. And if you do switch off, you're losing money. You know, you're constantly thinking about it. You know, people... someone wrote a comment on one of my things the other day. Oh, you're probably paying them peanuts. You must be making a mint out of them. Look, what I pay people is up to me. If they're happy, I'm happy. They get paid more than what anyone else does at their level. The reason I make good money is because I use profiles, and 9 times out of 10 they're running into a line. Got a bit off subject there. But the way to make money is to put profiles up and run in. Simple as that. But, you know, I like to think of bricklaying as a motorway, as sad as it sounds. I was thinking about it the other day. It is a bit like a motorway. You've got your site agents up front, forklift drivers in front of you, and all your trades behind. If the site agent's got to slam on his brakes because he's fucking fucked up, then every other cunt's got to slam on his brakes and all. You know, if the forklift driver is a load of shit and he's going at 10 miles an hour because he's a shit driver, then you're going at 10 miles an hour yourself. You know, so you have potential to earn more money with more men, depending on how organised the site is. That is it. If, you know, that Bewley Park that I was on last year, I earned more money. I think I was there for 2 years. The first year, I earned more money than I did the previous 2 years, and then the last year I was there, I earned more than all of them, all three put together. You know, take what you want from it, but the only reason I done that was because of the site, not me. You know, there's loads of good bricklayers out there that can make really good money out there, really good money, but that is all down to the site. So that is my advice. Take from it what you want. Have a good evening.